guys, today we'll be going over Seller Snap settings, how it is the best repricer on the market, and essentially what it's good for, in my opinion, and most likely the opinions of other Amazon sellers. So, let's get started here. These settings are what I do: FBA min price, tier markup, same with FBM, max price for both, also dynamic max price, which is, as you can see, still in beta. However, doesn't seem to matter a whole lot since sales have been booming. So right here, this is your markup. This will net you 30% ROI based off these settings and what you input as your cost in Seller Snap. So we can run and do that. We'll go look at the balance of nature. This will be a good little example for you guys. So let's see, I have these on. We'll use this for a better example. As you can see, I don't have these set up simply because I haven't sold them since I've gotten a repricer, but for the sake of the video, we'll look at this because it's a great example. So buy box is $89.95. As you can see, a lot of people are selling below that because they simply don't like money. This moves 24,000 times a month and they're still undercutting, but that's beside the point. So right here, as you can tell, this buy box jumps up and down a whole lot. So if I was to list, say, at $89 even, I would set my price here, most likely paid about $40 a unit. However, obviously based off these costs, since the ROI is so great on balance of nature, I would lie about my cost here. So I want to sell at $89.95. You can override your max or your min on either one of these. Turn on repricing, preset 1, which is what I had that set to. And essentially, as you can see here, Seller Snap will just grab that $89.95 all throughout the day, rather than, say, right here at $79.97. We'll look at another listing here that is a lot better of an example. So these, I had a cost price of $19 inputted. As you can see, at 25 it's not profitable, but go to this chart here. Look how many times this jumps up to 34, 32, 34, 32.50. Tons of 34. So that's where I'd want to sell the max price possible. That would net me just under 30%. So again, at a $19 buy cost, I just have to input, say, $18.90. And that would put me at the 30%. But again, you get what you pay for. People say, Seller Snap is pricey. However, if you are a true seller and cash flow is one of your issues, then this is bound to help it. Simply because even if you have inventory sitting, it'll move. If you're worried about having to sit down for an hour a day and reprice your items, you don't. I mean, for $250 a month, this has probably increased my revenue threefold since just a couple months ago when I first purchased it. And let's see, we'll check out those settings for, I touched on inventory that is sitting. And we'll go to my preset 1 here. So, this is kind of a dual rule here. If the inventory is sitting for 90 days, or more than that at a time. I will aim to get 100% buy box. Meanwhile, if I haven't sold a unit within the last 24 hours, I'm shooting for 80% of buy box share. These are just some settings that you can get online. However, they've been working for me, as you can, well, as most people know, especially in Giles FBA. The past couple months have been very successful for me, and I owe a lot of it to Seller Snap. So, let's see, what else can I run over here? But anyway, like I said, if you are able to say, instead of selling it $32, so you have 100 units here, and instead of $32, you sell at $34. There's $200 extra in profit. That alone would cover 4/5 of your, $200 out of $250 of your Seller Snap cost for the month. So we can run into Seller Central here. And just take a quick peek. Oh, we'll run the seller board instead. It'll be a nice little, better visual per se. So custom range, we're just going to do basically year to date, end of December up till now. 125K in sales. And I can, if I remember correctly, my December through February was about 10K total. Maybe even less than that. We'll double check here. Oh, March 1st. Look at December 1st through March 1st. And then this is when I grab Seller Snap. So yeah, 8,000 in sales in 4 months. And then we go to March. To now. So obviously, I'm doing better than I was. However, started doubling down with Seller Snap, not being able, or not really worried too much about cash flow, because I can sell through almost anything that I buy, whether it's a fast mover or slower mover. If I have to, lower my cost and eat a little bit of profit to make it move, that's perfectly fine. But cash flow is so huge in Amazon that I would 100% recommend a Repricer, at least in my opinion. So that about covers store settings, the breakdown of Seller Snap, what it's for, how it's used. And if you have any questions, be sure to drop them below. Appreciate your guys' time, and have a good night.